Hello. I'm very excited. I've got my beautiful big book of fairy tales. It comes in a case. Like, how amazing is that? It's an old book, and it is actually East of the Sun, West of the Moon, Old Tales from the North, illustrated by Kay Nielsen. And I've been sharing fairy tales over the last few days, and I wanted to include East of the Sun, West of the Moon in the telling. And I thought I would start by reading you a bit of the story. And the illustrations are by Kay Nielsen. There was a time when I was so in love with Kay Nielsen's illustrations and John Bauer and, oh my goodness me, a host of others. I would just spend my time scrolling and looking for fairy tales. So I will read to you for a little bit. East of the Sun and West of the Moon. Once upon a time, there was a poor husbandman who had so many children that he hadn't much of either food or clothing to give them. They were all pretty children, but the prettiest was the youngest daughter, who was so lovely, there was no end to her loveliness. One day, 'twas on a Thursday evening, late at the fall of the year. The weather was so wild and rough outside, and it was so cruelly dark, and rain fell, and wind blew so much that the walls of the cottage shook. There they all sat round the fire, busy with this thing and that. But just then, all at once, something gave 3 taps on the window pane. The father went out to see what was the matter. And when he got outdoors, what should he see but a great big white bear. "Good evening to you," said the white bear. "The same to you," said the man. "Will you give me your youngest daughter?" "If you will, I'll make you as rich as you are now poor," said the bear. Well, the man would not be at all sorry to be rich. But still, he thought he must have a bit of a talk with his daughter first. So he went in and told the family how there was a great white bear waiting outside who had given his word to make them so rich if he could only have the youngest daughter. The lassie said no outright. Nothing could get her to say anything else. So the man went out and settled it with the white bear that he should come again the next Thursday evening and get an answer. Meantime, he talked his daughter round and kept on telling her of all the riches they would get and how well off she would be herself. And so at last she thought better of it, and washed and mended her rags, made herself as smart as she could, and was ready to start out. I can't say her packing gave her much trouble. Next Thursday evening, the white bear came to fetch her, and she got upon his back with her bundle, and off they went. So when they had gone a bit of the way, the white bear said, Are you afraid?" No, she wasn't. "Well, mind and hold tight to my shaggy coat." "And then there's nothing to fear," said the bear. So she rode a long, long way till they came to a great steep hill. There, on the face of it, the white bear gave a knock, and a door opened, and they came into a castle where there were many rooms, all lit up, rooms gleaming with silver and gold. And there too was a table ready laid, and it was all as grand could be. Then the white bear gave her a silver bell, and when she wanted anything, she was only to ring it, and she would get it at once. Well, after evening wore on, she got sleepy after her journey and thought she would like to go to bed. So she rang the bell, and she had scarce taken hold of it before she came into a chamber where there was a bed made as fair and white as anyone would wish to sleep in, with silken pillows and curtains and a golden fringe. All that was in the room was gold or silver. But when she had gone to bed and put out the light, a man came and laid himself alongside her. And that's as much of the story as you're going to get tonight. What could happen next? Yeah, leave it to your imagination until I come back. Look out for my posts about East of the Sun, West of the Moon, my favourite fairy tale.